Peace, love, and light, guys. Your guy, Professor O, coming through with a dose of that good yo. I'm everywhere like broken glass. I'm around like a circle. Anyway, anyhow, let's get down to this round now. Today, I want to talk about truth tellers and liars, right? I was going over a little bit in my previous video, if you watch it, because that one's definitely I got long-winded, but I was dropping them points, baby. You should see your boy. I'm so cool and proud of that video. I loved it. But when you're dealing with truth tellers and liars, you got to realize these are individuals that constantly in a state of work, right? And I'm not talking about the truth tellers. I'm talking about more so the liars. So let's cover the liars. No, you know what? Let's cover the truth tellers, because the truth tellers are so simple. They really, really are. When you're dealing with individuals that's telling the truth, literally, these are individuals who, number one, they're not thinking anything of the conversation, no matter how it is. You can't outdo someone that's going to tell the truth, because the truth, it is what it is. Simple as that. And the thing about people who tell the truth, I'm telling you now, because I'm not sitting here saying nobody lies or anything like that, but I'm talking about for genuine ones that genuinely not about to sit here and calculate that, oh, you say this, I'm gonna say this, that, and the third. Nobody has time for that. And if you have time for that, you're a loser, but it's fine. Now, when you're dealing with the truth tellers, you gotta realize, number one, they know who they are. And they know who they are very deep, on a deep level. Now, some are aware of this understanding, some aren't. Some are just out here like, I'm just, what I got to lie for? What? I ain't got time for that, etc. so forth. So when you're dealing with that, you gotta realize they don't, half the time, people who tell the truth don't remember the conversations they had, especially if it's banal conversation. Like, if it's not anything important, or it's not even, it's somebody that's serious, like me personally, I'm on a path of literally benefiting myself and understanding what can I get from a conversation. If it's not anything that I can really add to my mental real estate that'll benefit me for my present and for my future, I'm not remembering the conversation at all. Like, if this conversation is not going to impact my present or my future, or is there anything that I can gain from this current conversation that will benefit my present towards my future, I'm a list. We're gonna talk for a little bit, but it ain't gonna last long. I'm telling you now, it's not. I'm into it. You're like, oh wow, that's crazy. Yo, listen, man, always good to see you. Take care. All those good things, yes indeed. Yeah. All right, now cheerio, cheers, all that good stuff. Yeah, right. Bye, bye. Boom, I'm on it. Like, on my way. But now for liars, like, let me tell you something. Yo, I've met liars, dude, and I mean, some liars is. You ever met somebody that just can't tell the truth? Like, you know, like, it's like I don't know. I don't understand. Like, I don't know if they get a high from it, and like they really think these things through. But also realize this is when you're dealing with the kingdom of light and the kingdom of darkness. The kingdom of light don't got time to be over calculating, you know, like, oh, if you say this, I'm gonna say that. And then you say this, I'll say that. This, that, and the third. Ha ha ha. You say this, and I will say that. Ha ha ha. What? If you don't get out of my face with this retarded shit, excuse my language, pardon me. You know, I'm working on my diction. I'm a work in progress, highly developing, still in the point of development. Don't beat me up. I digress. You dealing with those, and then you got individuals that just like, what are you doing? Like, you know what I mean? Like, this ain't Death Note. What are you doing? Like, I mean, I write in a notebook. But this ain't Death Note. What? You bad bastard. Is you? This what you doing? All right. Whatever. That's smooth. You know what I mean? I mean, realize this. I need you to realize, and this is for truth tellers out there that's literally doing good. A liar would never, ever get over for the long haul on a truth teller. Never. Why? Because you got to realize 9 times out of 10, a liar has built their life on lies. So their foundation is very shaky and very, very rocky. Like, they're constantly steady, gotta maintain and put in new bricks there and take new bricks out, this, that, and the third. You know what? You ever see how do I say it? Uh, I'm trying to give an example. I'm trying to give an example. Trying to give an example here. I don't know. I can't give a good example currently. I'm trying to give us something real cool, real smooth, something really relatable. But just understand this: the lie is always going to have to lie about something because they built their life on lies. They built their success on lies. If they built anything that you start your foundation on, is that's going to be in how you started it is how you got it. That's how it's going to end. Simple as that. If you've been chilling this whole time and you got to your point in time by chilling, you're going to end up chilling. But if you started off by lying, and if you've been doing that lie for the beginning, that's how it's going to end. Simple as that. You got to lie to the end. But if you told the truth in the beginning, all you got to do is continue to tell the truth until the end. Simple as that. And I've noticed with individuals who lie with a pastime, like they lie with a gusto, like they be like, yo, this, that, the third, I'm gonna do all this, that. Yo, they're so exhausted. You can see the exhaustion in their eye. You know what I mean? Because also realize this. Because you gotta realize the minute a liar wants to start telling the truth, that whole foundation that they built upon is gonna fall. And now they gotta start over and build those bricks on truth. Simple as that. It's gonna last long when they finally get back to it, if they can maintain it. But it's just what it is. But when you're in constant state of lying, I've watched it, because even when I was a child, like back in my teenage days, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit there and say I wasn't a guy that wasn't lying, you know what I mean? Trust me, what? Especially the town I was growing up in. Like, you know, when I'm talking to girls from other schools, I couldn't tell you what school I went to, because they'd be like, oh, you from that school? Nah, I just started third. You know, there's a whole bunch of gangster stuff going on at that school, etc. So, but I digress, you know what I mean? Like, you had to lie and say I'm from the next town, you know, the more common part. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure you're going to be like, oh, no, you a hoodlum, and I wasn't even like that. You know what I'm saying? But you don't know how that felt. So, yeah, you know, you had to do what you had to do. But when you growing up and you becoming, you know, an adult, etc. so forth, you know, you can't just say like, yo, you know, like, you gotta say, you know, you're not, it's not where you at, it's where you going. It's not where you're from, it's where you at. It's not where you at, it's where you going. Constant state of developing emotion, baby, like the ocean, the wavy wave. Hey, you know I'm sexy now. Can you dig it? I think you can, yeah. Anyway, I digress. So when you're dealing with those individuals, and then now you understand them. All right, we're dealing with a situation where now, if life is able to progress, and if life is able to benefit off the words that I'm speaking and the persona that I'm giving, I want a truthful return. Unfortunately, when people stick to the lies, they want to invest lies and get a truthful return. You know what I mean? But then you're building your foundation on a stable type of substance. Excuse me, unstable, a very unstable substance. And then when you realize, when it all comes collapsing, because again, you can't, anything, this is how God made it, right? And this is why you got to realize when you read the Bible, God doesn't work in equality, he deals in abundance. This is why it also says you reap what you sow. So if anything that I put out, I get back times X amount, like literally, I get back a plethora amount, whatever I invest. It's pretty much like you plant the seed. Once you plant the seed and you water it consistently, it bears fruit to a tree. Excuse me, it grows into a tree and the tree bears fruit. Now in that fruit, you get how many seeds? And I only planted one, and out of one, I got a ton through the fruit. And there's multiple fruits on this one tree, and I'm able to rinse, wash, and repeat. That's the same thing. So if I invest the truth, I'm going to get back more truthful responses that would be running over. Man shall give unto your bosom. But if I invest into a lie, what's going to come back is going to be a lie. And then you got to continue. You can't, the lie will always catch up because it would never be able to equal out. It can't equal out. This is why God told you to tell the truth at all times. The truth the truth shall make you free. It didn't say set you free. That's a difference. And I don't want to cut too much into it, but I'm gonna get a little involved in it because this is a very powerful piece. Now, when it says the truth is gonna make you free, remember it said make. That means it's gonna recreate you in a new creation. Set you free is to put you in a position. This is what humans talk about all the time. The truth shall set you free. The Bible didn't say set. The Bible said make. And if the Bible said make, then that means it's going to recreate you. Now you're a new creature in Christ. It also talks about that as well. I digress. I'm not going to get too much biblical in it, but I love giving out scripture here. So I digress. So now when you realize that you build the foundation on truth, you will get truthful responses. You build a foundation on lies, and you'll be getting a lie. A lot of lies in return, and no one wants that. Unfortunately, when you're dealing with the truth, you got to deal with the inner work, and if you're dealing with the inner work, it's a lot of refinement you got to do with yourself so you can be able to give it out properly, so it could come back what you intended it to be. And it doesn't come back equally. This is the beautiful thing. It may not come back on a time you desire, and it'll come back in a time when it's proper. Right? I digress. And again, this message is for the adept out there, for the master, the prophets, and the ephish and selfish, the one that's always doing it, never losing it, that's growing, that's going at all times. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. And remember, do good, speak good, see good, and because it's all good and it will be good, can you dig it? And for the haters out there that love looking at your boy, make sure you look at my sexy bro, because you know I'm good and I'm sexy. Take care. Peace, love, and light. See you guys in the next video.